It's kind of a weird, frustrating night. I felt like my fastball, even though the velocity was there later on in the game, and when I came out, it didn't have the same jump to it. I feel like my slot was dropping a little bit. So those balls that were in the first few innings that had a lot of life to them, I feel like I lost that life, and those balls kind of didn't have the same jump to it. So those were the balls that were hit, and obviously they put good swings on it, but the fastballs definitely didn't have the same life as the first few innings.
Early on was the key to getting so many big swings and misses?
What was the key to them?
Yeah.
Just a constant mix and being able to expand when I needed to and get to the hands when I needed to, and just a good mix of pitches.
It seemed like you didn't throw a lot of first pitch strikes early on, but you threw a lot of strikes. Was that kind of an odd departure for you in a way?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like I fill up the zone really well. I feel like there were definitely some pitches that should have been strikes that I might not have gotten, but I feel like I put myself in really good counts throughout the game.
How often does that happen to you where you feel like you don't have as much as you usually have on your fastball?
Every pitcher deals with it. Every guy goes through waves of having their best stuff and having their not so great stuff. It's part of the game. It's tough being a starting pitcher trying to go 6-7 innings and every fastball be the best fastball you've ever thrown. It's just not going to happen. So I think it's important to recognize that, be able to check yourself mechanically on whatever those cues are for yourself, and try and get back on track as quick as possible.
What happened on that pitch clock violation, and what did it mean to have Maley kind of standing up for you in that moment?
I just tripped over my shoelace. I think the frustrating part with that, I was so locked in at the time, I didn't realize kind of what Luke was sticking up for me about. But supposedly I still had like 5 or 6 seconds left on the clock, and the clock, after I tripped on my shoelace, the clock went away, and I still had like 5 or 6 seconds before the clocks came off the board or whatever. So Luke's thing was, why did you bang him for a pitch call when we still had 6 seconds on the clock? It didn't get to 0. So they banged me right away after I tripped, and we still had 6 seconds on the clock. So it's like, how do you make that call when there's still 6 seconds? How do you know that I went down to the 6 seconds or 0 seconds left and get banged for it? So my thing was next pitch, and obviously I was able to get it out there, but that's what Luke was going to bat for me for, and I appreciate it. But yeah.
What did you think of the catch that Friedel made?
Fantastic. It was absolutely fantastic. I hope he's Sports Center top 1. He shouldn't even be top 10. That needs to be number 1. So no surprise though. He's done that since we were in the minor leagues from day one. So not surprised at all. He's an absolutely fantastic center fielder, outfielder in general. But no surprise there. It was cool to see, but I've seen that before from him. So very special talent.
Thank you.
All right, guys.